Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. So this morning, as I'm sitting here and I'm reading in Proverbs 16, I read a verse that's really, really familiar. There's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. You know, so many times I've read this verse, and it has such a deep meaning, right? Just doing what I think is okay, but without any real consideration, I can have real problems in my life, right? But as I was looking at it this morning, I was thinking, so often we are willing to go down a path of compromise. And it's only a small compromise. I mean, the difference between I shouldn't watch an R-rated movie at all, or I can watch this R-rated movie because it doesn't have any sexual content in it. And I'm not against R-rated movies. I'm not beating anybody up for that. I'm not telling. If God just convicted you about R-rated movies, you might want to talk to Him about it, because I don't know where that thought came from, because it wasn't in my head until just now. But the difference between that idea, that simple compromise, can be the difference between life and death. It may not be in that movie, but it may be in the rest of your life, because that simple compromise that day leads to the next simple compromise. And they're so small. They're minuscule compromises. But over a course of a lifetime, they take you so far off track that you can't get back on. There's a way that seems right to a man because, well, it's no big deal. It's legal to smoke pot. So, it's okay to do that. I can have one drink and it'll be fine. It's no big deal that I go to the bar by myself without my wife. Those types of things. They seem mighty and right in the moment. We have all the right reasons why it's okay. But for me, one drink is not okay, because that compromise will lead to another. It may not be today, but it will lead to another. Going to a bar by myself without my wife, never okay. Never okay. Because the reality of it is, dangerous things can happen there for me, right? We have a bar that's across the street from our church, and we love the food over there. My wife will call in the order, and when she calls it in, I tell her, I'll walk across the street to go get it, but you have to put it under the name Pastor Stitch. The people at the bar know me as pastor, right? I walk in the door, I've asked them to greet me as pastor. I walk in, I wait until they know it's going to be done. I walk in, I pay for the food, and I walk straight back out. I never spend time there. And if I have to wait a minute or two, I'm looking straight ahead, or I'm talking to the owner or something, so that I keep my safety measure. That in and of itself, that compromise, very difficult for me, right? There's a way that seems right to a man, but in the end could lead to death. Now that I've said it out loud, I'm thinking about it. I might need to make sure somebody else goes with me from now on. I didn't even realize it was a compromise in my life until just now. See, this is what that verse is talking about. And I think it's important that we evaluate every way that we go, every truth we think is true, to make sure, because it could lead to death. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.